Oh no, Kyle. It happened again.
What happened, Mike?
Shrinkage.
Oh no.
I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz.
This is Gayish.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Mike.
It's been a while
It's been a while.
since we did a shrinkage,
Yep. And
but here we are.
why not?
Yep. Why not? So I wanted to talk to you about the ongoing saga of Representative Madison Cawthorn.
Wow, I love how much disdain was in the word representative.
I just.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about him last week because these pictures emerged of him in lingerie at a party, and he's virulently homophobic outwardly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his legislative choices have been consistently anti-LGBT. He has all these weird things about just toxic masculinity. Is like, look it up on Wikipedia. It's his picture that's on the article of toxic masculinity. I made that up. You're looking at me like I'm serious.
No, it took me a second to, yeah.
So all of that is happening.
Yeah.
Let me back up. Do you know what I'm about to say? Have you been following the story? You said in the main episode that you didn't think so, but
No. No. All I know is there were these pictures, and yeah, for someone who is so straight-laced, conservative, probably hates trans people. I don't know. You know, to have an image that kind of disputes some of his stated goals, values, or whatever is great. And then I just saw something that was like, oh, it keeps going or it gets worse, and I've not read any more about it, so I don't know any of this information.
Okay, great. So
If I ever don't read, I'm going to blame it on Gayish. Like, Mike might talk about this sometime. That justifies me not reading this thing.
there are so many things I have not read because of you. So he is currently embroiled in an ethics investigation in the House, and there's a whole bunch of things that were
Over wearing the bra?
No, although that's like kind of in the mix of like, people are interested in the fact that like all of this is coming to light on the heels of him talking about coke fueled orgies in the Senate or something, like that. Now he opened his mouth and now he has to be destroyed.
Oh, so he revealed information about the Republican Party that they want to keep secret, and now it's like, oh, just coincidentally, all these things that could hurt him from his past are surfaced.
Right.
Is this conspiracy? I love that.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But
This is like every top I've fucked. Take him down from the inside.
So there's a pack called Fire Madison Cawthorn, and they have enumerated a bunch of reasons that they believe that he should be removed from Congress.
Okay.
Number one is a violation of House Rule 23. He attempted to bring a loaded gun on a flight from Asheville, North Carolina in February of 2021 and from Charlotte Airport in April of 2022. His actions reflect negatively upon the House.
He tried to bring a loaded gun onto the plane?
He literally rolled, because he's in a wheelchair, rolled through TSA with a gun on him. A loaded gun.
I mean, the idea of someone... Surely there are other people that have just forgotten they have their gun with them, which that's a horrifying idea. Is like, I just forgot my gun.
How is a gun like so normalized you forget it's on you?
But like, what if you got? How is that even a story? Like, wouldn't you just be like, oh fuck, and then I don't know. There, TSA has the like, oops, I brought a liquid on, and then the, oops, I brought my gun bin. You just toss your gun into the gun bin, or I don't know. How is it even a story? Like, don't you go, oh fuck, I'm so sorry, and then.
Well, I mean, if you're not white and or a congressman, you get immediately like thrown into pound you in the ass federal prison. But like, he talked his way out of it.
Okay.
He's twice now tried to take a loaded gun on a plane.
Yeah.
Number two, he brought a 4.5-inch dagger to North Carolina public educational property on 4 documented occasions in violation of North Carolina law.
Who has a dagger besides rogues in D&D?
I mean, dudes that try to punch trees.
That's true.
Like,
oh, those tree punching types.
Number 3, he provides free housing and
Is it tree hugger and tree puncher? Is that the metaphor there?
Oh. Hug a tree. Trees for America.
That's a weed. That sounds like you love weed.
Number 3. He provides free housing and travel as a gift to an employee of the house, Mr. Stephen L. Smith, in excess of $250. More on that in just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Number 4, he has provided loans to a member of the house staff, Mr. Stephen L. Smith, who is under his supervision. The repayment by Mr. Smith has not been made and can be confirmed by reviewing Representative Cawthorn and Mr. Smith's house financial disclosures. Number 5, he has not properly filed house financial disclosures regarding gifts and loans to Mr. Stephen L. Smith.
Okay.
Number 6, the committee should investigate whether any House rules or statutes were violated by the relationship between Representative Cawthorn and his House employee, Mr. Stephen L. Smith. Mr. Smith apparently lives with Representative Cawthorn, and various social media postings by them indicate a personal relationship between them, separate and apart from the professional relationship of employer and employee. For example, Stephen L. Smith accompanied Representative Cawthorn on his honeymoon to Dubai in April of 2021.
Whoa. Okay, wait. Stephen L. Smith, what is his actual role? He's an employee of him in his, like, he's a staffer for
He
the,
is a
the
staffer
office?
and is listed as Representative Cawthorn's scheduler.
You know when your scheduler is so invested in their job that they show up with you on your honeymoon to make sure all the scheduling works?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. I mean, I could see. Okay, so I'm trying to remain as objective as like. I don't know. You might if you got to be super fancy to have like us, your personal assistant, go with you to a honeymoon. I don't. That's reserved for like the most famous people that I think would have their personal assistant there. I don't think he. I don't know.
/ I am off the clock. Everyone leave me the fuck alone. Like that's totally an option for the honeymoon. Okay, so a little bit about the honeymoon.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna dig in there. Okay,
A little bit, yeah. So he got married in April of 2021.
Congrats.
And they are divorced.
Oh, well, premature.
He married Christina Bayardell, who was 27, in April of 2021. That's just a little bit after he'd been accused of sexual harassment by a number of former students at Patrick Henry College.
Was he a teacher? Or was
No,
he a professor?
he was a student.
Okay, by other students.
And at the time, he described marrying her as, quote, the greatest honor, privilege, and adventure of my life. She's an anesthetologist and a CrossFit athlete. They were married in a private ceremony in front of a large wooden cross, garlanded.
Sure.
Garlanded? Is that a verb?
Yeah.
Garlanded
Both
with
to
flowers.
Commemorate Jesus and ward off vampires.
But 8 months later, they announced they were divorcing.
Pandemic's been hard on all of us, man.
Well, he placed the blame on the fact that he's super famous and a congressman now.
Oh, right. You know when your spouse becomes a congressman and you got to buy that book, so your spouse is a congressman now, what next? And it says basically just divorce. Like, it's not going to work. I don't know.
A big yellow book that's being married to a congressman for dummies.
Yeah. And it says like, maybe don't.
Yeah. Well, quote, when my wife Christina and I were engaged, I was not a member of Congress. I felt called to serve, and we both agreed that I should run. This like called to serve horse shit that Christians throw out there is just so fucking stupid.
Jesus has told every Republican candidate for president to run for president in the last like 20 years. It's like you have to.
It's not me. It's Jesus wants this.
I've been called.
Okay, so I intentionally buried the lead a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Potentially, you can decide, this boy gay.
Okay.
Footage obtained by DailyMail.com shows Representative Madison Cawthorn, 26 years old, in a car with his close aide and staffer, Stephen Smith, who's 23, and his scheduler.
Does getting in cars with other dudes make you gay?
Cawthorn sits in the driver's seat and says, quote, I feel the passion and desire and would like to see a naked body beneath my hands. The camera then pans to Smith, who says, me too. And he's clearly running the camera, and then films himself reaching his hand over and into Cawthorn's crotch. The video is one of the exhibits that was filed in support of this list of accusations that I read earlier.
Okay, again, trying to be objective and playing Republicans advocate. Is that like maybe straight guys are so gay? Is that like a ha ha ha? You don't think so. Your face says you don't think so, but
Okay, so first of all,
okay.
the ethics violation, one of the ethics violations that he's accused of is providing housing for this person, which is a violation if you don't report it properly. What they don't say until you like dig into it, they live together. They have the same address. The ethics violation is rooted in this person lives with Madison Cawthorn. Go ahead.
Do they live together in a 2-bedroom place?
Great question. Don't know.
That could probably be looked up by someone who, you know, can probably find his address and then look up the
I mean,
okay. They were roommates.
Great. The Daily Mail has also, I'll read these, but like the Daily Mail has found the Venmo page of all of the payments that have been made between Madison Cawthorn and Stephen Smith.
Because you can put in notes, and those notes are public unless you change the settings.
June 25th, 2018, Stephen Smith paid Madison Cawthorn, quote, for loving me daily and nightly. June 22nd, Madison Cawthorn paid Stephen Smith, quote, the quickie at the airport. June 21st, 2018, Madison Cawthorn paid Stephen Smith the stuff we did in Amsterdam.
Oh my God.
Madison Cawthorn paid Stephen Smith June 17th, 2018, quote, getting naked for me in Sweden.
Could that mean metaphorically?
The other notes are breaking and entering, getting low, nudes, get it.
Oh, that's the most damning evidence, because I don't think a lot of people realize those things are public. And there's a certain like, there's something very familiar and relationshipy about all of those things that I think some writers of gay TV, like when people are writing gay TV shows, don't do that, get that level of like depth and intimacy in their writing.
Now, to be fair, I have given over Venmo money to my brother and put butt stuff in the message.
Right,
like,
right.
So,
and it was funny because you did butt stuff to him. He didn't do butt stuff to you.
well, he said it's all about cock size or whatever it was that he said.
Yeah, but like a long running pattern of that's a long running varying different. If those are jokes, that's a weird. Yeah.
It's just weird. So first, you cannot gift more than $250 to a friend. And house rules say you can't give gifts to house staff. So even though they're buddies and work together or whatever, any transfer of funds or goods that are more than $250 is illegal. It's a violation. So
this brings up the most important question.
Yeah.
Does semen count as goods, and what is its value? Because mine is practically worthless because it's everywhere.
I mean, and it takes a lot of cheeseburgers to make semen, as we talked about on that one episode. The cum episode, one of our most successful episodes we've ever had.
Y'all horny.
Was the cum episode.
Okay.
But apparently, so he has lived with Madison Cawthorn at least since he took office, if not before. Went with him on his honeymoon, which that is kind of weird. It's entirely possible that they're just in their early 20s and like being like non-sexual homosexual life partners. But
you know how you go on your bro's honeymoon,
right?
To high five,
right?
I mean, to add to the one of the things is very clearly if you don't disclose a thing, if they're just buds, why not disclose this as per the rules? To not disclose it seems like you're intentionally hiding something.
I agree. And if you're 26, you are dumb as hell.
Yes, that is very circumstantial. You could just not know, or yeah.
And this other person who's 23, also dumber.
3 years dumber.
Yeah. And it does make you wonder, like, if you were 26 and a douchebag and you suddenly found yourself a member of the House of Representatives of the United States and you had all of these resources.
Oh, you just have your bros over?
You would hire your dumbass bro friends.
That's true.
And they would also be bad at life. And you would accidentally break all the rules.
But I would fuck them. So that's not a good example. Okay, there's a thing I'm not proud of.
Yeah.
He has gay face.
Oh.
And
okay.
That shouldn't be a thing. And we should never say it. We should never record ourselves saying it. He has, if I saw his face, I would be defo gay.
Okay.
Do you disagree? I thought you were going to be on my side.
Well, so here, let me show you this picture of both of them together.
Yeah, he has gayer face. That younger, hot, white-teethed dude by him has.
This picture tells me they know what each other's dick tastes like. Right?
It's like honey and a little bit of prejudice.
And I don't know. What do you mean by gay face? What does that mean? Let's break that down a little bit.
I can't, because there is a look to gay face that almost like gaydar. Like I don't totally know what it. Maybe there are elements that are not required, but maybe lead into it, and some of them include more manicured, like eyebrows, white teeth. There's a smile. There's a look that he just looks like a dude that would be in porn. Like,
yeah,
he has a porn star look.
Yeah,
gay porn star look.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's so interesting. Also, like when you're 26, like a lot of those things just come with being 26.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't know. Like there's so much going on. But just like what's his name, Matt Gaetz, and the like 17-year-old that lives in his villa with him or whatever. Like
that's much more concerning because of the age of the person in question.
But what is 17 but 23? In another package. I don't know.
That sounds like your testimony in a court where they then throw you in jail for 10 years. That might not stand the test of time, Mike.
We're pretty serious on the show about making sure that we honor what people say. Mm-hmm. And he for sure has said that I'm not gay.
Yep.
His actions and behavior from a legislative standpoint are for sure not gay.
Yeah.
And he hangs out with this hot boy a lot. A lot. And is in trouble because he lives with him and isn't supposed to. And there's this video of them like being all touchy-feely, and then all of these Venmo messages.
The Venmo messages, I can't get over those. I get some of my circumstantial or gay face, like I get that's a shitty stereotype that I'm saying, and but those Venmo messages,
yeah,
girl, huh?
We'll see what happens.
I'm very interested.
Yeah. And then all of this on the heels of the lingerie thing.
Yeah.
Like there's a smear campaign happening, I think. Who's
and
behind
who
it?
do you smear but
the queer?
We've done it. We've solved it.
Great,
Pinky. Interesting. Thank you. What I like is hopefully we did a good job of separating out any of the assumptions that we made with the actual facts. Like we should know what actually happened, and none of this says he's actually gay and all that stuff. So I appreciate that. Thanks, Mike.
Look how close they are together.
Damn. That's very couple looking for third, visiting for 2 nights. Message us.
Yeah.
Height weight proportion. vibes.
Yeah. This picture says no fats, no femmes, no Asians.
Yes, yes. I'm like personally offended by that picture for that reason.
That's it. That's
All
I
right.
have.
Thanks, Mike.
Well, that's all for this mini episode.
It was mini.
It was mini. It was an episode. And it was kind of gayish.
Yeah, so
Remember to the 3 R's: rate, review, and prescribe.
I'm Mike Johnson,
I'm Kyle Getz.
and be butch, be fabulous, stay out of the cold water.